cases to serial killers, missing persons, and more.
100% he did this.
I'd go off in the fantasy world.
How much more lucky can you get that you're not on death row?
You want to know what we know.
My name is Jay. This is Guilty of Crime.
What is up, everybody, on a Saturday? Hello, hello, hello. Yes, thank you. Hit the like button on your way in. You know, sorry I was a little late. I was on the wrong stream. It was pretty funny. I had a private stream with Toddy One and I went on to that one and clicked the wrong one. So as you can tell, I'm still getting ready. What's up, Melissa Johnson? It is a Saturday. That's all I got to say. But today, this case needs to be addressed. And I think the manner that we do it is important because it's a sensitive case, number one. And number two, we bring the spirituality here. We're not religious. And what's up, Carol and V? We're not religious, but we are many spiritual beings in this community, in the chat. And if you are religious, that's cool as well. But this case of Sonya Massey is crazy because something that triggered this whole thing was Sonya Massey using language that somebody of a churchgoer might use. I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. Anyway, this is crazy. I don't know if you guys have heard about this case yet, but I'm going to start bringing up I'm going to bring up the news, pictures. We're going to go through the body cam after. We're going to do all of it. So trigger warning if you're triggered easily about anything. We're going to go through the full body cam after we go through the partial, after I tell you about what exactly happened here. We don't know why it happened, but I do hope that there's complete and utter justice for Sonya Massey. Thank you all for being here on a Saturday during the middle of the day. Yeah, and if you haven't seen this case, Thunder Maiden has seen this. It's brutal. If you haven't seen it, well, you're in for a ride because we're not going to be able to get through this in one day. Maggie Duke, it's like you're sitting right next to me absorbing my thoughts. This is a horrible straight up murder. I don't know how to say it other than that. So let's get to the first part. Sonya Massey is the victim, and the officer that brutally murdered her is Sean Grayson, in my opinion. Now, he's being held right now, but he hasn't been convicted. So allegedly, in my opinion. All right. So I'm going to start off with a clip to kind of show you what's going on here, and we're going to talk about what happened and why, and about the officer, how he was reprimanded before, which is absolutely insane, but nothing ever happened to him. So let's get into it. I'm glad you guys are all here. Sometimes people come in late and then they want me to go back, so I'm kind of just saying hello. Heard about it. Thanks for covering it. It doesn't sound good, but it's a big story. There's a lot to it. I had to decide what exactly I would cover today, and I figured we'd start with the base of what happened, who Sonya was, who this Grayson character is, and why we think this happened. And then we're going to definitely keep covering this case. I see that many of you also want me to cover Sarah Boone, which is great. I didn't see that percentage until after I had already decided to do this, folks. So that being said, I'll do both cases. Just, of course, we're not going to do both cases today. So we're going to start off with just this essential of what happened, because I'm one of those people that is impatient as heck. When I'm waiting for something, I want to know what happened now and why, and then we can go back through the case and you can tell me later all the details. I don't want to wait unless I'm watching a horror movie. I don't want to wait. And hello, before we start, everybody, what's up, Clarence? I see you're not in the green. You can be. Everybody that is, thank you. Just Teresa, Lisa, Ellen Byrne. The video is sickening. I kind of think we know why. Another trigger happy cop takes out. It's a good possibility, but he also has been reprimanded in the past for other violence. So I believe it's a combination of things that should never happen, folks. All right, so we'll get right into the quick body cam. If you haven't heard this case, the bottom line of this case is this body cam is going to show, we're going to break it down on who this cop is, why, what he's been reprimanded for, who Sonya Massey is, and this quick clip shows you the final moments before she was shot in the head by police in Illinois. Sonya Massey, 36, died after calling the Sangamon County Sheriff's Office about a suspected intruder outside her home. If that doesn't scare you, folks, I don't know what will. When you call 911 for help and they end up killing you. Let's watch this quick clip, and then we'll get deeper into it.
Shots fired! Shots fired! Drop the pop!
Please God, I'm trying to get help, y'all, but
What do you need help with?
nothing. Please God, please. I don't know what to do.
Do with what?
Huh?
What do you need help with?
Nothing. I just wanted to see if I could help me.
What do you want help with?
Huh?
What do you want help with?
I heard somebody outside.
Yeah, we checked your house. We checked your backyard. I walked all the way through all these backyards. We checked your front yard.
Let me see. Okay.
Huh?
Where you going? Where you going?
Away from your hot steaming water.
Away from my hot steaming water.
Now, keep in mind, folks, this is just the intro clip. We've got the whole footage as people start to roll in, and I'm going to give you my thoughts. We're going to break it down. I mean, this is just a quick, I have lots of thoughts on this, and he was disrespectful from the time that he pulled up into her yard. So don't think that we don't have lots to say about this, but I want you to know what this is about, and then we'll work our way back.
Water?
Yeah.
Oh, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus.
Huh?
I rebuke you in the name of
You better not. I swear to God, I'll shoot you right in your
I'm going to go back one more time because I wanted to turn it up. She says, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. Now, there's a lot more footage, but here's the bulk of what happened.
You better not. I swear to God, I'll shoot you right in your face.
19 shots fired.
Hold on, I'm sorry. I'm going to go back.
water.
Yeah.
Oh, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus.
Huh?
I rebuke you in the name
You
of
better not. I swear to God, I'll shoot you right in your face.
19 shots fired.
Shots fired! Shots fired! Drop the pop! Bring EMS now. We got a headshot wound to the female. Headshot wound to the female. 1078. No, she had a boiling water and came at me with boiling water.
You shot her?
Yeah. She said she was going to rebuke me in the name of Jesus and came at me with boiling water. That's what all this is. I was standing right here.
All right, so we're going to totally break this down, folks. We're not going to let this one go. And this just happened recently. I can't even fathom this. What's up? I am Two Bear, Lady for Justice. Make sure you're sitting down. It's wrenching. We're going to watch the whole body cam footage after I tell you what's going down and talk about everything I want to talk about. What is up, my man, Adam? Thank you all for being here on this lovely Saturday. It really is a nice day. Bree says, what a liar. He lies about so many things. And then he calls her a bitch after he leaves. When she's dead, he doesn't resuscitate her. That was just a small clip so you guys know what's going on. 3 shots to the head, Clark. No, I'm not kidding you. And that's why this needs to be shown. This needs to be out there. She didn't come in at a mall. We're going to go through that when we do the body cam. That clip I showed you is a mere fraction of what's going to go down in today's video. So thank you so much for being here with me. Which she's a, thank goodness for the body cam. Absolutely. Stella, she didn't throw anything. She didn't do anything. She did nothing wrong. And I'm going to tell you as we go what happened as we go. We just got started. So he's such a liar from the get-go. Prayers and blessings to her family. I can't imagine we're here to back her. David, it's hard, but we're going to watch the whole body cam footage together. And Clark, you're going to see what a monster this is. So let's go. All right. I'm going to start out with this first article. We're going to get into it with an article, and then I will get your blood boiling rather than the water. Blood's going to be boiling. You're going to be very mad. When I heard about this case, it had me rocked. And I said, man, I have to share it with my crime crew, with my people. They got to know about this from me. And I would have covered it if it wasn't today. I would have covered it. All right. So now you can see the people, and you're going to see them in different lights multiple times. They look differently each time. This guy has a beard sometimes. She looks a lot different. There's older pictures. Officer who killed Sonya Massey after she rebuked him in Jesus' name is emissary of Satan, Dad says. All right, so Wednesday, July 24th, 2024, this came out. She is now passed. That was Sandra Massey, 36. She called in to the county sheriff's deputy, Sean Grayson, 30-year-old police officer that's been reprimanded many times. We're going to get into. Now, hopefully I have the 911 calls, folks. I don't know if my mods can find one of you guys. I didn't see the 911 calls. Petty Mason, thank you so much. If you guys can send me the 911 calls, there's a 911 call where she asks for an officer that's not racist. Please send that to me. I don't know that I got that. I have everything else, but I don't know that I have the 911 call. So, all right, I'm going to keep reading. Thank you so much, Petty Mason. You are one awesome chick. Hopefully you're okay with me calling you a chick. All right. James Wilburn, the father of 36-year-old Sandra Massey, who was shot dead by a sheriff's deputy inside her home. This is in Springfield, Illinois, after she rebuked him in the name of Jesus earlier month, called the officer who killed his daughter an emissary of Satan. When asked why he thought his daughter chose to rebuke the recently fired 30-year-old Sangamon County Sheriff's Deputy Sean Grayson, while he was responding to a call for help at his daughter's home on July 6th, Wilburn told CBS Morning that she must have feared for her life. Now, we all know if we're church-going people, if you're Catholic or you're Christian, I believe both. I used to go to Saturday school for Christianity, and I was baptized Catholic originally. And those were one of the sayings that my mom would have us say was, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. So I don't know exactly where that comes from. Again, I'm not religious, so thank you. The cops were never in danger. Those cops, we're going to watch the full thing. We're going to watch all of it together today, from the time they walk up to every bit. You just got a tiny fragment, because I wanted to make sure that you are here locked in with me for me to tell you the story today. I'm very passionate about this, and I want justice to be served. Judy Doll, amazing. You guys rock. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Microwave Cheese and Sawed Off Micro Peen, they had no business entering her home. You're right. We're going to get into that. They went into her home and asked her for her ID when she called for an intruder. There's so many things they didn't have business doing. And free memberships are awesome. They are, especially when we do members only things. You guys will not be disappointed. Congratulations to all the winners, and thank you all. Yes, it's a Catholic saying. Okay, so I was confused. I used to go, like I said, I was baptized Catholic. I used to go to Saturday school, which is Christian. I've had quite a run of religious experiences, and now I just call myself spiritual. So I do know about Jehovah's Witnesses. I've studied with them. I've gone on quite an experience, folks. I've had them come into my house doing Bible study, to Saturday school, to Sunday Catholic. Thunder Maiden, member for 4 months, proud member to be in this community. And thank you, Gothic Bree. You always have my back. Always, always. All you do. All right. They wanted the ID to match the vehicle in the driveway. Like she would have called them for not having a stolen vehicle. All right, let's continue this because we've got a lot to get into. And I have a background on him. I want to make sure that we say a prayer quickly for the victim before we get started, though. All right, so when you say I rebuke you in the name of Jesus, if you think there's demons, if you're scared, if you're having a bad dream, whatever it is, when you do that, it's because you're scared or you have fear. So her father says, I think she feared for her life. There was some premonition that she had, and it seems like he was an emissary of Satan, just an emissary of Satan. And that's what caused him to do what he did. I think it's unexplainable. Her father said, now keep in mind, folks, this guy is not a good guy, and he should not have been on the force, and he should not have been on the call that night. So an initial statement from the county Sangamon County Sheriff's Office on July 6th said that at 12:50 a.m., I got to give you the background of this, officers were dispatched to the residence of 2800 Hoover Avenue. If you're from Springfield, Illinois, or that area, you'll know what I'm talking about. Following a 911 call, Sonya Massey reported a prowler. Now imagine being in her shoes, folks, and being at home by yourself and thinking someone's trying to break in or do something to you, and you call 911. When the police arrived, you're going to watch all this with me. 2 deputies searched the area at 1:21 in the morning. So it took them about half an hour to get there. They reported shots were fired and a female was struck. You're going to watch every second of this with me, and I think you're going to agree with me that she didn't do anything to provoke this. Deputies immediately administered first aid until EMS arrived, which, by the way, they were very hesitant to do. That cop didn't give 2 shits about that lady. The woman was transported to St. John's Hospital, where she was later pronounced deceased. No deputies were injured during the incident. Of course they weren't. In a nearly 19-minute clip of the encounter, and I have 36 minutes, by the way, released by the state police, some of the claims in the initial statement and the fills in the gaps about the encounter are contradictory. It shows Grayson and his partner arriving at Massey's home and waiting for just over 4 minutes before she opens the door for them. All right. She appeared anxious and agitated and quickly tells the officers, please don't hurt me. Now, keep in mind when we listen to the 911 call, that in the 911 call, it's asked to not have officers that are prejudiced or prejudicial. All right. And evil times we're living at. That's the only way I can explain this. And Andrew, the cop, was bogus, but her waiting 5 minutes to open the door. Victim blaming is just not my thing. And as we watch this together, you can decide. But if I was a lady by myself without any family members, and I was already afraid, and me hearing that she was anxious and possibly having like mental breakdowns lately, I probably would have taken a while to open the door as well. Who knows what she was doing? But she wasn't the person that was doing anything wrong. She called the police. So, all right, we'll get into this, and all of your opinions are appreciated, Andrew. So don't think that I'm disputing what you're saying. All right. So she appeared anxious, agitated, and quickly tells officer, please don't hurt me. Grayson responds. Now, Grayson's the one that and you're going to see how annoyed he is the whole time. He's already irritated and annoyed. Why would we hurt you? You called us. Keep that in mind. The officer says to her, why would we hurt you? You called us. When the officers asked her what she needed help with, now I'll give you this. She's a little bit slow to it. She seems out of it. Maybe she took her sleeping pills that night, or she took her meds. I don't know if she was on any meds for depression, but she was a little bit slow to talk. But again, she's not she wasn't the suspect. That was her house. So she tells the officers that someone was lurking in her yard. The officers told her that before she came to the door, they looked around the area and didn't find anything. They asked why it took her so long to answer the door. And she said, in all fairness, she was trying to put her clothes on. All right. Without getting too much information, that's how my family is, and we're not appropriately dressed to answer the door. Officers were about to leave shortly after she confirmed she had no other concerns. And then Grayson asked her about her mental health, which prompted him to stay longer. Are you doing all right mentally? Then she replied, yes. Grayson didn't appear convinced by her answer and asked if she was sure. And then he indicated she had her medicine. So like I said, medicine, folks. She could have been on sleeping pills and it took her a while. She fell back asleep in between the 30 minutes. I don't know. We never know what people are going through. We never know. All right. So let me finish this up because we're going to hear this, but it's going to go so quick that you're not going to get this full story by just watching it. Okay, so he's asking her, he sits her down on the couch and tells her he needs her ID. She's about to close the door when Grayson questions about the SUV. They come in. I don't know what she was exactly saying. She asked who owned the car, and she told the officer they brought it to my driveway, which led them to ask her for an ID, which is quite unusual. But they followed her inside the house and tried to locate the document, which is, again, all right, questionable. Massey kept insisting that she wanted to show them the paperwork. As she engaged in light conversation, Grayson included questioning about previous damage to the car. She didn't know. All right, 8 minutes in, Grayson suggests that Massey check on the boiling pot. Now, keep that in mind, folks. She's sitting on the couch and she is getting her ID out, and the officer tells her to go check on a boiling pot of water. She was never going to get up to do that. And when our boiling pots of water burn, then it could cause a problem. So he suggested to her, she got up, and then she gets shot. Now, her behavior was a pretty like classic Xanax or beer. More than likely it was Xanax or sleeping pills or something like that, her medication. And she could have been drinking. We don't know. We have autopsy report after this. Now, the cop had steroid acne inside his forearm, and we're going to hear about the cop and all that he did. So thank you for breaking that down for us, Andrew. Jay, I just got from work. Wish I didn't miss the beginning. That's okay. We're going to go over this. We're going to do all the body cam together. No worries. You'll hear the whole thing. All right. So the other officer says to him, we didn't need to fire while we're here. We don't need a fire while we're here. I'm sorry. She got up because the cop says we don't need a fire. Moments later, the encounter became deadly. In the video, Massey removes the pot from the sink and the officers back away and says, where are you going? And Grayson applies away from the steaming water. Then she says, real quiet, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. And Massey shoots back, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. And he said, you better fucking not, or I swear to God, I'll fucking shoot you in the fucking face. Because she said, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. Okay, I apologize, she says to the officer as he orders to drop the pot. And you'll see that she didn't do anything with that boiling pot of water except put it down until he brought his hands up, and she still wasn't. All right. So Massey appears in the video to be holding the pot next to her running faucet in her sink. She's been taking her hands off the pot while still holding what looks like mittens not to burn her hand. Then she appears to crouch in defense position with her hands close to her ears to anticipate the gunfire. Grayson advances towards her while continues screaming, and he eventually fires several shots and screams, drop the fucking pot. He confirms in the video that he shot her in the head and that she is likely dead. He also implies that giving her any medical attention wouldn't make sense. Grayson tells another law enforcement officer that she had boiling water and came at me with boiling water, and she was going to rebuke me in the name of Jesus. However, the footage appears to refute the allegation that she was advancing towards him with boiling water when the shooting occurred. He actually walks around the counter and engages to get a better shot. And that's what the state attorney's investigation found, that he actually engaged her. Civil rights attorney told CBS he could have done so many things not to shoot her in the face. He could have backed up. He could have used the taser. He could have shot her in the leg. He could have not shot her at all. But Sandra Massey lost her life due to an unjustifiable and reckless decision by Sean Grayson. Grayson had other options. Like I just said, this is what they're talking about. He will now face judgment by the criminal justice system. A grand jury indicted Grayson on July 17th. He was charged with first-degree murder and aggravated battery with a firearm and official misconduct. And I'm glad I wanted to tell you this story first before we start getting into it, because you're not going to get this perspective while I show you the things that I'm showing you. And as we see his behavior, we're going to talk about his behavior, what he was reprimanded for, and some clips of his everything. Yeah, steroid rage. I think, well, a combination of steroid rage, racism, maybe he thinks he's above women. I don't know, but I think it was a bit of a mixture in there. All right. I hope he gets justice. I hope we get justice for this, and he gets what he gave to her. I don't think that, looking at the tape with my old heart before 22, I had so her dad didn't want to look at it. There's not much more on this side. At one point, Wilburn was led to believe his daughter died by unaliving herself. And then he says, thank God for the body cam footage. It's probably the most horrible, heart-wrenching thing we've ever seen in our lives. But if not for the body cam footage, we wouldn't have known what occurred. And I agree with that. All right, so let's look at who. Actually, let's look quickly before we get into all that. Let me find that 911 call so we can hear what started this whole thing. And then we can get into everybody, for everybody. It's clue season. Hello. The cop committed murder, in my opinion. In my opinion, he absolutely committed murder. And I feel like there's no other way to look at it. I just don't see it any other way. I don't know how to see that any other way. Now, I must tell you all that I am a person that has guns. I defend my home. And not only do I defend my home, but I also go gun shooting. I go to the range and practice. It's an activity that I do. It's a sport with my friends. And the first rule of owning a gun is that you don't point it at anybody unless you're going to use it. All right, I'm going to pull this up, but that's the first rule, is don't point your gun at anyone unless you plan on using it. So gun etiquette number 1 was broken when he did what he did. All right, let's listen to the audio, and they're going to play some footage. You have to see what happened before to understand what happened, and then you have to know about the officer and know about Sonya Massey. Thank you for being here all again. I know I'm very hyped up today, but this needs to be said.
911, what's the address of your emergency? Hello, 911. Hello, 911.
Cool. I'm cool. Yeah,
Hello, 911. Hello.
All right. So what is happening here?
911, address of emergency.
Call 1.
Okay, what's going on there?
Well, my daughter is being sporadic, and she's been mentally having a mental breakdown, which is something new to me. She's not a danger to herself. She's not a danger to me. But when she gets upset, then she thinks everybody's after her. Like paranoid schizophrenic. She thinks everybody's after her.
Okay. How old is she?
Yeah. She's 35.
What's her name?
Sonya Massey.
Sonya, you said?
I'm just answering the question. Oh, I thought you were talking to me. I'm sorry. Hello. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Her name is Sonya?
Uh-huh.
Okay. And what's your name?
Donna.
Donna, what's your phone number there?
She's out in the front of the house talking so loud that you can probably hear her to the end of the block.
Okay.
She had a car keys in her hand, but they told me, the mental people told me to call 911 because she could get in her car and kill herself or somebody, because she has ran a couple of red lights when she went. And so she's being sporadic, and I don't want you guys to hurt her, please.
Okay, ma'am, I've got some questions I've got to ask you. Does she have a weapon?
Okay.
All right, so I'm glad that you guys are hearing this with me. The call wasn't from her, and it says that she has some mental problems and she doesn't want her to hurt anyone or anyone to hurt her. So, Lady Justice, we're going to listen to the clip in the video. Yeah, we're going to watch that all together, and you're going to hear how he was ready to go before anything even happened. She was sitting there still. There's no way to look at it, but it's okay if you disagree. If you think that she was a threat, hey, You may be an officer that gets put in that predicament, and then you'll be put in the predicament that Grayson's in. But when you see his background, I think you might agree with me a little bit more. And hello, fly on your wall, 1977. Good to see new people in here. All right. Yeah, you have to hear the 911 calls to understand what happened.
No,
Okay. Is this a suicide attempt?
no, she's not going to hurt herself or anyone else.
Okay. Is she alert?
She's alert.
Okay.
Mom.
All right. Ma'am, we're going to get help on the way, okay? If anything changes or she tries to leave, call me back.
Okay, my sister has something to say that she saw that I didn't see. She said, never mind.
Okay.
We got it covered.
Help's on the way.
Thank you. And please don't send no combative policemen that are prejudiced, please.
Okay, well, that
They
would be
will
done,
kill her.
and they just do their job, okay?
No, they're all fucked up. They're scary. I'm scared of the police. Please,
Okay.
please
There's
help
nothing to
me.
be fearful of, ma'am.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Sometimes they
You
make
hear
it
that?
serious bit worse.
Okay. Help's on the way, ma'am.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Bye.
Folks, I know you heard that. That was like predicting the future. She literally said, please don't send any officers that are combative. Sometimes they make it worse. So that, I mean, she couldn't have predicted it better. Andrew says, prison guard once told me the difference between guards and prisoners. The guards just never got caught. Andrew, that's how I came up with guilty of crime. I say everybody's guilty of something. In my opinion, you just haven't got caught. Now, not everybody, but many people are like the prison guards you speak of, just never got caught. And I say, are you guilty of crime? Because of that. All right. Yeah, you shouldn't have to ask, obviously, for non-prejudice, please, but you don't know unless you know. If you live in Oakland, you're going to feel that way. If you live in Springfield, you're going to feel that way. Certain circumstances. She definitely predicted it. All right, let's keep going.
911 address.
Fuck you up, bitch. Fuck you up. I'm about to fuck you up. I'm about to fuck you up.
Okay, so the first one was from that day, and this helps us give a background because this was a 911 call of the day, and then also multiple mental health calls from Sonya Massey's home before she died. So that way we can have all sides to it. I don't want to just play to one side and say, oh, but yeah, you have to see all sides of it. This is not in Indiana. This is in Illinois. It's in Illinois, Springfield, I believe. All right.
I'm about to fuck you up. Come anywhere near me, anybody. Come here. Come here. Hey. Come here. Come here. Yeah, come here. Come here. Come here. So pop the fucking ass out of here, bitch. Come here. Wait till you come here. Wait till you come here. If you don't let me get in this car, I'm going to kill you, hoe. Bye. Come here. Come here. Because when I get you, I'm going to kill you. You did this. Yeah, you did. And when I get in, I'm going to kill you.
We'll listen for a little more, but I want you to know she didn't act like this at all that night. And I don't believe the police officers that dispatched had any idea of this at all whatsoever. This is Sonya Massey and her 911 calls prior to her death. These were her multiple mental health calls to 911. And this was on July 5th. 12:49 p.m. It was like the middle of the day. I don't know who she was fighting with. We're listening to it right now. Yeah, you can tell she's not right. Now, when you watch the video with me, you'll make your own decision, everybody. You'll make your own decision about this. But she wasn't acting like this when the officers were there. And what's up, Carrie? Sending my love to you. Glad to see you here. All right. So this is Sonya Massey, and it's a few minutes of 911 calls that we have to listen to, I think, to understand this case better.
You bitch. Bitch, you know where my teeth is, bitch.
She might have.
You bitch. I'm gonna get you. Bitch. Wait, bitch. Wait, bitch. You wait, bitch. Wait, bitch. Yep. You knew that my people was out here, didn't you? You didn't know that my people was out here? Huh? Huh?
Thank you guys for being here with me today. I know this is intense and it is something that is hard to listen to, but I think if you want to understand this entire case as we follow it and as the officer goes to hearings and goes to, goes to trial, that you understand the entirety of this case so that you can make up your mind on what you think and how would you feel about that if somebody was in psychosis and acting weird towards you if you had a gun. Just think about that. Now, she's acting like this. Can you tell she's not in her right mind? The officers didn't know about any of this, Clark. So you're right. I think that she needed meds. She was probably on meds that night, maybe Xanax, maybe sleeping pills. And that's what took her so long to get to the door. We're going to look at her autopsy results after there's a news article about that. See if it says anything about drugs being in her system.
Come here. Wait, what? You made me break my window? Huh? You want me to talk to you? What's this?
All right, we'll go a little bit more forward, and I want to answer your question. I want to answer your question about why they didn't know. It's because police officers that get dispatched to a crime scene, they don't get the backstory. They don't call and say this person has mental health, and we pulled up their, calls from days ago. They don't do research on somebody when they're sending somebody out to a house for a prowler. She called them because she thought someone was prowling around her house, and she was probably just having it could have been some schizophrenic breakdown that she was having and thought she was hearing things. And maybe she did damage that car the days before and she was paranoid about it. Who knows? But that is not why they called. That is not why she called them at all. And they had no backstory to this because they don't do that. That's just not what happens. You're going to be pissed when you hear about this officer that did this to her. Go more forward. We don't need to hear all the.
Where did this go?
All right, next
Central
call.
Dispatch, Mark.
Hello. Hello.
Central Dispatch.
Yeah. It's house. Yeah.
Okay, I'm having a hard time hearing you. Can you speak up?
No. It's
Okay, I can't understand what street.
Hoover.
Hoover?
Ow. Yes.
You said Hoover?
Yes.
Okay, what is the problem?
No, you guys. Someone's about to come over here and get this girl.
Sorry, what is the problem?
This girl hit me with a brick.
Okay.
Real bad. She said, no, hold on.
So if you can read the screen, it's hard to hear her, but it says this girl is trying to hit her with a brick and she's talking real low. She's talking the way she talks to the officers when they come to the house. Very low, non-threatening, very passive, very weird, but very passive. And psychiatrists are effing people up with psychotropics. I agree with that, Andrew. You just may be one of my new favorite people here that I haven't seen, and I wonder who you are. Okay, Gothic Bree, I emailed you a news article with Sonya's autopsy results and toxicology. Did you send that just now? I'll do that next. All right, let's keep going. So she's talking about a girl trying to throw a brick at her. We're almost done with this.
Okay, and why did your neighbor hit you with a brick?
Well, come find out, because y'all, I can't tell you, man, I'm hurt real bad. And, I go to the, I'm not going to be pregnant, but.
What is your name?
Just because I can't do it right now, man. I'm sorry.
Okay, what is your name?
Right address. I don't know hers. That's only.
What is your name?
Got it. All right. So she's a little bit difficult, folks. And when I say difficult, meaning in the 911 calls, she's a bit difficult to understand. She's passive. We're not sure what she's saying. It sounds like she's having some weird something. I don't know what's wrong with her mentally. I do want to read the autopsy report real quick so that you can see what she died of and if there's anything with her toxicology. Thank you, Bree, and all the mods that helped me put this case together, because everybody helped me with this one. Jojo, Petty Mason, actually Petty Mason, I think we talked, but it was Wolfpack and Jojo. So thank you. All right, so let's look at the autopsy real quick, because we are going to get into the body cam footage, and we're going to watch that all together, all of it. But I want you to have a history of all of this and understand what is going on with this before we watch the body cam, because the other day I watched an episode about this, and I'm watching the body cam and I know nothing about the case, and the presenter isn't presenting the case. They're not telling me about her or about the cop or about what, and it's driving me nuts. I'm sitting there like, just tell me what I need to know. So right now I'm telling you what you need to know before we get into what you're getting into, because it's heavy, and I think without the knowledge, and thank you, Gen X, without that knowledge, it's just hard to understand or watch. I don't know if I'd answer my door with a police uniform, because you never know these days. There you go. There's one. Exactly. All right. Mentally will refuse meds because of paranoia. That could be. And yes, Randy, yes, I'm just about this case. I'm fired up and I want to know more and I want to share it. All right, so autopsy report released in police shooting death of Sonya Massey. Sonya, Springfield, Illinois. The Sangamon County Coroner's Office released a detailed autopsy report of the following police shooting death. All right, so maybe this will help us there. We'll watch it in a second. So we know about the shot. We know about her reporting a prowler. I think the video is going to help, but toxicology results, this is what I wanted you to know, show the presence of, now listen to this, and I know many of you guys take this. I know 20 people, and 8 out of those 20 people have taken gabapentin. Toxicology showed the presence of anticonvulsant and nerve pain medication, gabapentin, commonly used to treat seizures and pain caused by shingles. It's not clear why Massey was taking the medication. She also had levels of delta-9 carboxy THC and delta-9 THC in her system, which is legal. Delta-9 THC is like those gummies. Many times it comes in forms of gummies in Illinois. All right, so she wasn't smoking crack, guys. She didn't have Xanax in her system. She wasn't doing drugs, folks, like that. Juan News did extensive research in Grayson's background, which is the officer. On July 6th, prosecutors said the shooting happened after Massey went to move a pot of water. I rebuke you. I don't need to say all that again. Massey then put her hands in the air saying, I'm sorry. and ducked for cover before Grayson fired, shooting her in the face. Now remember, he does say, "I will shoot you in the fucking face," because she said that to him. So the other deputy did render aid and was the only one whose body camera was activated during the shooting. All right, so Massey's family is expected to address the autopsy findings. Let's take a look at this real quick and see if I can pull it up without it. Anyway, so I think that was important, folks. I think that was important to show you that she wasn't smoking crack. She wasn't even on Xanax. She wasn't on anything. Delta 9 is just, it's not that big of a deal. You can buy it at the smoke, not even the smoke shop. You can go buy that at freaking 7-Eleven over here. And I appreciate those of you that are saying that, talking about what you take and it's no big deal. All right, it's amazing how easy it is for abusers to have people sectioned to hide their abuse and claim someone's crazy or hysterical. Right. Absolutely. All right, let me listen to this. This is about the autopsy. It's helpful for me to understand this case.
Who wants to see their mother get killed like an animal? But even this was emotional for him, but he understood why we have to do it so we can get justice for his mother.
Calls for justice continue more than 2 weeks after the shooting death of Sonya Massey. Thanks for being with us tonight. The autopsy results were released earlier today.
We learned Massey was shot just below her left eye. Massey's family and attorney Ben Crump presented the outline of where the bullet hit Massey. The shooting happened after the 36-year-old was removing a pot of boiling water from her stove and ducked. That's when former Sangamon County Sheriff Deputy Sean Grayson shot her. Now the family wants to know more about Grayson's history.
Because we want to know more about the history of this sheriff's deputy who so flagrantly and senselessly shot and killed Sonya Massey with no remorse, no humanity after he did it, evidenced by the video.
Tonight, we do know the Justice Department has opened an investigation into the shooting.
All right, folks, I'm so glad to be sharing this with you all. And again, thank you, Bree, and all the mods that helped me to get this together. I have a couple other clips I want to show you before we get into the body cam so you can see. I'm not going to get into the complete breakdown of the deputy yet. I'm just going to do 2 small clips so you can understand about Grayson, the officer, before we start watching this. I love for you to have the background and know what the hell we're talking about before, because, well, it bothers me. It bothers me not to know.
The deadly shooting of Sonya Massey, the I-team has been poring over hiring records of the deputy who pulled the trigger.
Tonight, 5 on Your Side's Paul of the Sun looks into how that deputy's track record has major red flags and scrutinizes how he continued to be employed.
These documents show that years before Sheriff's Deputy Sean Grayson shot Sonya Massey to death at her home, he had a series of red flags, warning signs that did not stop him from getting hired by 6 Illinois agencies in 4 years.
This is the moment Grayson hit a deer while working at the Logan County Sheriff's Office.
Well, my car's out of service. Airbags deployed.
It happened when he failed to slow down despite his boss calling off a vehicle pursuit. He was driving around 110 miles an hour.
It's a dumb mistake.
Disciplinary paperwork and recordings obtained by the I-team
Official misconduct will land you in jail.
reveal Grayson had a pattern of problems, from inaccurate reports
I'm calling you on your integrity.
to simply not following directions.
It will get you sued, and it will get you out of your business of law enforcement very quickly in today's world.
His earlier bosses had expressed concerns Grayson was too aggressive and a bragger. Yet he stayed on the job.
How are you still employed by us? I don't know.
Grayson finally submitted this letter of resignation from the Logan County Sheriff's Office. A month later, he joined the Sangamon County Sheriff's Office, and about 1 year later, he was charged in the shooting death of Sonya Massey.
We also know that Grayson was kicked out of the Army for his first of 2 drunken driving convictions. The I-Team is fighting for answers about what's being done to prevent officers with warning signs from slipping through the cracks. Police sources tell us the dire need for officers doesn't help. For the I-Team, Paula Vasan, 5 on your side.
And
all right, so this is just amazing to know all of this. If that police body cam footage would have came out before and we didn't know this, we might be like, what the heck? Is he racist or is he, I mean, I don't understand what happened here. Did he do it just because? I just don't know. I don't know. Let's listen to this quick clip and then we'll get into the body cam footage. Hold on. I don't think come on. I don't think I'm sharing this. 1 second. Let me go back. I'm sorry about that. I was trying to share it with you and I didn't share it right. And thank you for the membership gifting. You guys gifted 15 memberships so far already. So I hope you all that wanted a membership got one. All right, let's listen to what this officer, an audio reveals ex-Deputy Grayson had been reprimanded. And this is another reprimanded recording.
If we can't trust what you say and what you see, we can't have you in our uniform. Others will say you have no integrity and you're lying to get to that traffic stop. And I have told you that I have zero tolerance for stretching the law, because when you have officers that stretch the law, they will get caught. They will get prosecuted. I'm getting goosebumps. This is extremely concerning. Everybody likes you. I got to be able to trust you. Was this a purposefully done lie? No.
Thank you, Penny. All right. So you can hear, and I'm sure this is just the beginning of what's going to come out on this case. I know there are more things, but, you know, we have to choose what we get into today. And I think giving you the background so far of that, and we can go more. There's a lot more on this officer. There's a whole breakdown of the Massey shooting and what was going on. All right. So now let's pull this up. I'll check with you guys. Check in with you, pull this up. Thank you, Penny. We've got 20 gifted memberships today, which is really awesome. It's lighting up the chat with green. All right, let's see. Make sure this is the right one. It is. And I almost don't want to speed it up. Let's play it for a minute. I'll check in with you. I'm not sure if this has sound. It will have sound, just not yet. Okay, so this is just giving the background. Now, we know on July 6th, I told you that 12:50 a.m. they came. The police officers came. They showed up at 1:43. So this is even longer. This is almost an hour, folks, that it took them to get there. Okay, so the state attorney's office the next day presented evidence from the ISP's independent investigation, which included this footage. This is the footage that came from them presenting the indictment. Thank you, A Crime to Remember. I'm still in time. We just started. I always say we just started. All right. Thank you, Judy. And I hope you all enjoy it. We're going to have some cool things coming up. And all right, we're just looking at this real quick. So this is the evidence that we're going to watch that was presented. On July 17th, an arrest warrant was issued for Grayson, and he was taken into custody. And then the same day, the state attorney's office and ISP agents met with the family of Sonya Massey, and their attorneys informed them of the charges and the defendant and that he's in custody, what status it is. At the time, they viewed BWC 1 and 2, which we're watching July 18th. Circuit judge ordered Sean to be detained pending trial. The charges are not evidence against the defendant, and the defendant is presumed innocent until proven guilty. All right, so trigger warning for this video. I gave you all the backstory, and oh, Penny, you're not in green, but you gifted them. Thank you. All right, body worn camera 1. Thank you all for being here. I'm glad that I'm able to present this. I don't hear anything yet, but we'll see what happens. So we're normal. I know there's got to be sound at some point, and if not, I'll find a different one, but this is good video. All right, let's see. This can't be the one. If it doesn't, I don't think they're talking. Okay, there it goes. Thank you. Well, as you watch this, see Vincent, you're absolutely right. I can't understand that either. I don't understand how a pot of water is equivalent to shots to the face, 3 at that. Now you're going to see the reaction of the other officer that was like, "Why'd you do that, man?" You're going to see all that right now. You're going to see all of it. It doesn't equate. That's why he's in jail. Now, before I get started, Davey, you're absolutely right. If she was throwing a pot of water on him, you're absolutely right to do something to stop her, but not shooting her in the head, in my opinion. I have gun safety classes and I have to take them to keep my license. And if you're shooting to kill, is the only time that you would do a body shot or a face shot. If you're trying to stop somebody, you shoot them in the leg, in the arm. You have lessons. So yes, burns are bad, but let's see together if she was trying to harm the officer. Yes, burns are bad. Yay. I'll just mute this real quick as they're not talking yet. Now, she was in a crouched position and he was already getting ready to shoot at her. I am Two Bear. So when you see this, you can't actually see her throw in the water. Of course, the water splashed. When he pointed her gun, she ducked down in a crouching position and the water went all across the floor, but she wasn't throwing it at him. And that's all in perspective. The water did go across the room, but it did because of what he did. It was that action. It was a reaction to his action that he did. You're still in timeout. Someone reported you. Can someone take a crime to remember out of timeout, please? All right, let me check. I don't know if I can do it. Real quick, a time to remember. You're not timed out on my side at all. I just went to click on you and it says that my options are to time you out. So yeah, you can see her throw it from below his hand. You have to totally slow it, and I will slow it down so we can see it. But when she does it, it's a reaction to his action that he did. You'll see in my perspective, she wasn't throwing water at him, but of course the pot, when she crouched down, you'll see. You guys can, and I am Two Bear. Even if she was throwing it at his face, it doesn't justify to to shoot someone in the head 3 times. But that's why he's in jail right now.
There's a bike sitting back there. Where? On the back door. I don't know if it's hers. Oh, what happened? So much more. Very nice to contact her. So something to approach her. You'll try and call her 17 back there and let her know we're out front. Yes, mess that up good.
Hey, Davey, were you with us at the beginning to see that this officer had been through 6 different agencies for disciplinary actions before? That's the only thing. When you hear the whole story, then I would say that if he had nothing ever pending, I might agree with what you're saying 100%. I might say, well, she freaked him out because she was acting weird, and I could understand him being freaked out and shooting. But when you know about his past, that makes it different.
I hear the phone ringing. You didn't see anybody out walking that way? No, not when I came in. I didn't see anybody that way. I hear her phone ringing and she's refusing to come to the door, so we're about to go. She's dead, man. Oh, I was hoping.
It takes her a while to get to the door. Folks.
Yeah, it doesn't matter though. Sheriff's office.
They did.
2 houses down, I think. Oh no, it's right here. Go ahead.
Thank you.
She was yelling inside, so hold on. You come in the door or not? All right, hurry up.
All right. So before we start even going, in my opinion, you don't treat anybody like that. And I work a desk job during the day. I answer a phone call for clients like Apple, Google, Facebook, Snapchat. And if I talk to them, now remember, they're on a job right now and they got a phone call saying that there was a prowler. Now, I understand being irritated because someone's taken a while, but it's just disrespect from the get-go on how they're talking to her and what they're saying. It's like, come on, it took you guys almost an hour to get there. I mean, what do you expect? Maybe she fell back asleep. She's got that paranoid schizophrenia state. Who knows what she was going through? She might have been afraid too. I'd be afraid when someone knocks on the door like that, if I thought someone was trying to throw a brick at me. So listen carefully. Yes, I couldn't have said this better, C. Vincent. He had attitude prior to her opening the door. All right, let's keep going. Well, they should.
Sheriff's office, the one you called.
We pay for them. I am too bad.
Somebody was out here and I didn't go. Please don't hurt me.
Oh, we heard you. You called us.
Right.
So what'd you hear?
Somebody keeps outside my house, y'all. Please,
Is this your car over here?
please, God, please, God, please.
Is this your car over here? Oh,
Please, God.
that's not your black car in the driveway? Oh, well, we checked your yard. We walked around the whole block. We didn't see anybody. Right? You know, we don't. We checked the whole area. There's nobody out walking around.
I know, y'all. Please, God, please, God. I'm trying to get help, y'all, but
What do you need help with?
nothing. I just, please, God, please, God, please. I don't know what to do.
Do with what?
I'll pause it for a second and agree with you, Davey, and I'll agree with I Am Two Bear. You're right. It's much different when you're in a line of duty and you're a threat. So I agree with you. But just out of human decency, having some compassion that somebody called and was scared and they took a while. I mean, he already sounded like he was irritated from the get-go, but I agree with your disagreeing, and every client is a potential threat. You're absolutely right. I pay high taxes here in San Jose, and many of you probably do pay a lot of taxes. When I get a paycheck, they take over 30% for 30% plus all the other stuff, which pays for the police force, and I'm fine to do that, okay? But I've came across officers that protect and serve, and they have compassion as a human being. So I'm just saying from the get-go, I guess maybe I'm just a more compassionate person. When I go to the grocery store, if someone's being a bitch at the register, I still try to say, oh, yeah, nice shirt you're wearing, or I like your hair. I guess I just have more compassion. I'm not a police officer, though. And I agree about reserved and hiding their emotions, but I feel like this is, yeah, you're right. They're called law enforcement, not peace officers. But I've encountered many police officers that they have respect for people as a human. So thank you. We're going to keep going, but I don't want to disagree with you. The officer could have used other methods, and we're not living in a world of, we're living in a world of Biden where everything's happy and whatever. I know the government right now, the president, it's all messed up, and a lot of people are so liberal and like, we should be tougher and harder. Well, I feel like this was too tough and too hard. All right, I'm not going to interrupt anymore. I understand the people that are saying, but you do need compassion as a human being. And if there were more compassion as a human being, you wouldn't be afraid to call the cops. That's all I'm saying. I'm saying that we pay a high price for cops. The way the public has treated cops in this country, no wonder they have attitudes. I've never disrespected a police officer ever, so I don't know, but I understand, and I love your side, all of your sides of this case.
What do you need help with?
Nothing. I just wanted to see if I could help me.
What do you want help with?
Huh?
What do you want help with?
I heard somebody outside.
Yeah, we checked your house. We checked your backyard. I walked all the way through all these backyards. We checked your front yard. We didn't see nobody. Yeah, so. Nobody's out here.
You didn't see anybody?
Nope.
Oh.
Check the whole area.
Okay.
What took you so long to answer the door?
Oh, I was trying to put on some clothes, sir. I'm sorry. I was trying to get.
I got you. All right. Is there anything else we can do for you?
Huh?
Is there anything else I can do for you?
No, sir.
Okay. All right. You doing all right mentally?
Yes.
Sure?
My medicine and stuff.
All right. Okay.
I love y'all. Thank y'all.
All right. That's not your black car, though. The SUV? Whose is it?
Before I continue, that's what I was saying, Petty Mason, that liberals do care about crime more. I was saying liberals are sometimes I get called a liberal because I'm so like, oh, zen and love everybody and we're happy. And then I go out shooting my big guns and I'm all about crime fighting. And hey, you mess with my kid, I'll shoot you in the package, sir. So I think you misunderstood, Petty. That's what I actually was saying. I'm saying exactly the same thing. All right, Melly, you will have to replay this because you know what? The very beginning of this was so important. And I hope that I presented it in a way that you all understand what's going on.
You don't know? If someone just parked it in your driveway?
Mm-hmm. They brought it to my driveway.
And just left it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I'm at. Yeah.
I've been mugged.
David Mary 43556. You got a name? You got an address on? Take the name real quick. Catch this. See who we spoke to. Simple. Okay.
Hello? Yeah, I need I got the sheriff department here, but I was calling for help from y'all.
That's fine.
They're here in my house right now.
Okay, I'll let you go. You talk to them.
No, hold on. Wait a second, sir.
You can hang up, Conrad. That's good.
You're there with the deputy, correct?
No, hold on, okay?
You can hang
Hold
up.
on for what?
Just 1 second, okay? Okay.
What's up?
I got some paperwork. Can you grab that Bible, please?
Yeah. Hey, I just need your name so we can get out of here. Was there any damage previous to your car?
Previous, yeah.
Okay, what was the damage?
A dent, I believe.
But what about windows?
Oh, it was something that happened earlier.
Okay, perfect. What is your last name?
Uh,
Shouldn't have to think about your last name. You're not.
Now, folks, I agree. It's a little awkward. And he just said, you shouldn't have to think about your last name. And thank you. Trigger warning, content alert, top sensitive is topic. And I'm doing the best I can to not bring into politics and racism and all that. I'm not bringing that into this case. This is the case I'm presenting. So whatever you think is what you think, and your opinions are all valid. Now, why are they in her house? Exactly. That's what I don't understand. I do understand. I understand because I presented it. They went into her house because they saw the car outside and they wanted to make sure it was hers, although they didn't really need to do that. And I got straight carjacked in Oakland by 5 black guys. It was very scary. I don't know, African American's the right thing to say, but we rolled up into Oakland. We thought it was Berkeley. And a car pulled behind us, and 5 African Americans came to us. They pulled a gun out on my wife. The driver was driving, that was out on the street. I was in the back seat. They pulled the gun on my wife and said, "Get out of the car, bitch," cocked the gun and left us on the streets of Oakland. I've been carjacked and much more, folks. So I know.
Trouble. I just need to text.
Massey.
Yeah, you have an ID? That makes things so much easier. I just need just driver's license will do, and I'll get out of your hair.
I want to show y'all my paperwork.
I will get your paperwork.
What paperwork?
I got some paperwork.
Well, just get your ID.
Well, let's get your ID first, and then
one task at a time here.
Okay.
Here, grab your ID for me.
Okay.
Your ID, one task at a time. So let's do an ID, and then you can dig around for your paperwork.
I don't know where my ID is.
you have a stack right there, maybe.
1 second.
Check on her.
Let me get this.
We don't need a fire while we're here.
All right.
Okay, well, anybody that doesn't want to see this, just go ahead and sit out. It's very tragic, but it's the story I've been telling you. I told you before I visually shared it with you. I visually shared it for a minute, but it didn't give you everything that it's going to give you now. So, yeah, it was terrifying, Sue, and that's why now I have weapons and gun training and all of that now, because I don't want to get caught off guard. Yeah, she does look very confused. It was reported that this was in Chicago. It's Southern Illinois. Yeah, I have it down as Illinois. It's Springfield, Illinois, to be exact. And I was carjacked in, I thought I was in Berkeley, but we were in Oakland. All right, so I agree. The creep was looking for trouble. Springfield, Illinois. Now, if you're sensitive, then you might not want to be here for the rest of this. Let's go.
Let me see.
Huh?
Where you going?
Away from your hot steaming water.
Away from my hot steaming water?
Yeah.
Oh, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus.
Huh?
Rebuke you in the name of
You better fucking not. I swear to God, I'll fucking shoot you right in your fucking face.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Drop the fucking pot! Drop the fucking pot! Drop the fucking pot!
Shot fired.
Shot fired! Shot fired! Drop the fucking pot! Bring emails now. We got a headshot wound to the female. Headshot wound to the female.
All right, folks, we're going to play this again. I didn't speed this up. Officer Davy, the officer asked her to take the boiling pot of water off because it was boiling and it was probably over boiling. So they asked her to remove the pot of water. And then when she went to remove the pot of water from the fire, like they asked, this is what happened. He said he was scared of the hot water. You're going to see this. I'm going to show it another time. Okay. Cause, yeah, they could have stepped back. You'll see. You guys form your own opinion. We're watching the same video here. It happened so quick. She was getting them paperwork that they asked for, And when she went to get them the paperwork they asked for, they asked her to remove the hot water off the stove. When she did, the cop started backing away. He actually started backing away, and she said, "Where are you going?" And he said, "Oh, that's a hot pot of water. I'm going to back up." And she said, "I rebuke you in the name of Jesus." And he said, "What'd you say?" And she said, "I rebuke you in the name of Jesus." And then he said, "The fuck you do? I'll shoot you in the face." All right. Listen again. She's on the couch. She is a little weird. I'll give you that. A little awkward. It's weird. It's a weird thing to say, but I wouldn't shoot somebody over it.
You're gonna hang up. Just 1 second, okay? Okay.
What's up?
I got some paperwork. Can you grab that Bible, please?
Yeah. Hey, I just need your name so we can get out of here. Was there any damage previous to your car?
Previous, yeah.
Okay, what was the damage?
A dent, I believe.
What about windows?
Oh, it was something that happened earlier.
Okay, perfect. What is your last name? Shouldn't have to think about your last name. You're not in trouble. I just need to catch.
Massey.
What? You have an ID? That'd make things so much easier. I just driver's license will do, and then I'll get out of your hair.
I want to show y'all my paperwork.
I will get your paperwork.
What paperwork?
Okay. I got some paperwork.
Well, just get your ID.
Well, let's get your ID first, and then
one task at a time here.
Okay.
Here, grab your ID for me.
Okay.
Your ID, one task at a time. So let's do an ID, and then you can dig around for your paperwork.
I don't know where my ID is.
you have that stack right there, maybe.
1 second.
Check on her.
Let me get this.
No, we don't need a fire while we're here.
Right. Okay.
All right, moving the pot, folks. Listen, hold on. Listen to that. He's the one that told her we don't need a fire over here, okay? So she didn't do that. She may have had an intuition about something. She may have been scared of them. She was fed up with him being rude. You could tell she was already like, she was huffing and puffing, all right? He asked her to do that. I don't know why he asked her in the middle of what they were doing to move the damn pot of water. I would have just said, "Hey, turn it off," or whatever. Just left it alone and just left. Like there wasn't a prowler. Go away. Stop lingering. It doesn't make any sense. I don't understand why they did that.
Away from your hot steaming water.
Away from my hot steaming water?
Yeah.
Oh, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus.
Huh?
Rebuke you in the name of
You better fucking not. That's where I got. I'll fucking shoot you right in your fucking face.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Drop the fucking pot. Drop the fucking pot. Drop the fucking pot.
Shot fire.
Shot fire. Shot fire. Drop the fucking pot. Bring EMS now. We got a headshot wound to the female. Headshot wound to the female. 1078. Fuck.
I was on. I'm gonna go get my kit.
No, headshot, dude. You're done. You can go get it. That's a headshot. God damn it.
God, fuck.
Dude, I'm not taking fucking boiling water in the fucking head. And look, it fucking came right to our feet, too. God damn.
I'm not sure if you guys need to see this again or what's not clear about it. Do you want me to play it slower? I think I can play it slower, but I don't see what the deal is. She was moving the pot of water. She said, "I rebuke you." And then he went to go shoot her, and she had the pot of water. When someone's going to shoot you, of course you're going to be like, you're trying to block yourself. She had the pot of water, like, oh fuck, what happened? I've seen other camera angles, but this doesn't show the whole story. She threw the water at him. I've seen the other channels still have a dozen other options than to shoot. All right, so let's watch this again on slow motion. Jennifer, I'll give you and everybody else the benefit of the doubt and say there's another camera angle, and we'll do that for another episode because I'm not going to just cover it. I'm going to play in slow motion so you can see what happened. She's walking over. There's a full pot of water on there, a full pot with water, hot as hell. Look at the fire. It's full blast, and I'm going to show you what happened. Now, I don't have the other angle right now. If someone wants to email it to me, I can certainly play that quick clip of it. I thought I was on normal speed. I didn't even know. It went fast. So one more time. Even if she did throw water, let's say she did after he pulled his gun out on her, all right? I still don't think 3 times in the face is justified.
Bible, please.
Yeah. Hey, I just need your name so we can get out of here. Was there any damage previous to your car?
Previous, yeah.
Okay, what was the damage?
A dent.
What
I
was the
believe.
damage?
Well, what about windows?
Oh, that
Go.
it was something that happened earlier.
Okay, perfect. What is your last name? Shouldn't have to think about your last name. You're not in trouble. I just need to attach.
Massey.
Huh?
Massey.
You have an ID? That'd make things so much easier. I just need just driver's license will do, and then I'll get out of your hair.
I want to show y'all my paperwork.
I will get your paperwork.
What paperwork?
Okay. I got some paperwork.
Well, just get your ID.
Well, let's get your ID first, and then
one task at a time here.
Okay. Let me
Here, grab your ID for me.
Okay.
Your ID, one task at a time. So let's do an ID, and then you can dig around for your paperwork.
I don't know where my ID is.
you have that stack right there, maybe.
1 second.
Check on her.
Let me get this.
No, we don't need a fire while we're here.
All right. Okay. Let me see. Okay. Where you going?
Huh?
Where you going?
Away from your hot steaming water.
Away from my hot steaming water?
Yeah.
Oh, I would rebuke you in the name of Jesus.
Huh?
Rebuke you in the name of
You better fucking not. I swear to God, I'll fucking shoot you right in your fucking face.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Drop the fucking pot! Drop the fucking pot! Drop the fucking pot!
19 shots fired.
Shots fired! Shots fired! Drop the fucking pot! Bring EMS now. We got a headshot wound to the female. Headshot wound to the female. 1078. Fuck.
I was on. I'm gonna go get my kit.
No, headshot, bitch. You're done. You can go get it, but that's a headshot. God damn it.
God, fuck.
Dude, I'm not taking fucking boiling water in the fucking head. And look, it fucking came right to our feet, too. God damn it.
Fuck. God damn it.
You good?
I'm good. You good?
Yeah, I'm good. What's she got? Let her fucking just.
God.
There's nothing we can do, man.
Fuck.
You good? All right. Fuck. Well, I mean, you know, what else do we do? I'm not taking hot boiling water to the fucking face, and it already reached us.
Fuck. They got a 52 en route?
Yeah, 1078. She's still breathing, but she's losing a lot of blood from the head. I'll go get my med kit.
Go get, hurry, get your med kit.
I mean, there's not much we can do.
We can at least try and stop the blood.
I don't know that she was naked and asleep, Davey. I was giving, don't make me laugh. It's not funny, but I'm saying it took her a while. She could have been afraid. We obviously know that she has some kind of paranoid schizophrenia. The family said that. What I'm saying is you can make a pot of water and you could be naked and you could fall asleep at the same time. I didn't say she was sleeping. She could have been scared. I know my family, we never have clothes on ever. And when someone comes to the door, we're like, call before you come because we got to get dressed. It's just the kind of family that we are. So she might not have had a nightgown on. She had to put the nightgown on, come across the house. So I don't know if you're being silly or funny, but I that was the excuse for not coming to the door. I wasn't given an excuse. I don't have to give an excuse when this happens. What I was saying is that it just took her a while. I don't know. Maybe she was having a manic episode. I have no idea. But what happened isn't justified, in my opinion. Maybe.
Come on. Where's he at? Come on.
He's holding a paper towel or a kit that he had in that the officer gave him. It's literally just a paper towel. He's holding it on her head. So there's nothing that he can do. He's trying to I guess he's trying to save her or give some idea that he is. Is he throwing up? No, he's not throwing up. The body's there with a bunch of blood, and he's got something on her head wound. He's trying to help or resuscitate her. No, the cop hasn't got to trial yet. That's why we're watching this now. Yeah. All right, let's keep going.
She's still gasping a little bit. We got an EMS coming. You want to hand me another rag up there? Up there, to your right. Right there.
Is there anything you can do before? No. All right. I'm not even going to waste my med stuff then. You want to run down real quick?
Nope, not yet.
All right. House is clear.
He said, I'm not going to even waste my med stuff then. That's what he said. No kind of compassion, remorse. Definitely, I'm glad I'm not a police officer. But yeah, I mean, I guess when you kill somebody, don't even waste your med stuff because you know they're already dead and you shot them 3 times in the head.
She was the only one.
Where's the gun?
No, she had boiling water and came at me with boiling water.
You shot her?
Yeah. She said she was going to rebuke me in the name of Jesus and came out with boiling water. That's what all this is. I'm standing right here.
All right.
And that's where she's landed.
What do you need for a moment?
Just nothing right now. Just hang out.
I mean, you still want me holding this pressure?
Yeah. EMS is coming.
She's still gasping.
Okay.
Really? I did not know that.
She's still gasping a little bit.
All right.
You know where she's been hit?
I think in the eye.
What?
I think in the eye. I'm not for sure.
Find the blue bulletproof cup.
Don't move that if you can.
Copy.
And
Where's she shot?
I think in the eye.
Okay.
That's where I've got the pressure at.
We have an excellent. So you can tell?
Not that I can tell, no.
We'll move fast.
I can't feel one.
go ahead and have them short. this crime scene. Stay out. Came out of the make contact. You can't, don't move that. You can't. Don't move that if you can. That bag? Yeah, it's that got evidence under it.
Try not to move that bag. We'll take her out on the backboard so we don't have
Yeah,
to
we'll
move
just
that.
leave it right here.
I need you guys over here.
Yep.
Make contact.
We need that backboard.
Davey, you're right. Most cops need therapy after an incident like this. And you know what happened with an incident like this? This guy was arrested. And you know his partner is going to have to testify against him. No matter which version of the body cam you have, which I'll play the other one. I'll absolutely play the other body cam because I'm not done with this case. No problem. I'll get a hold of it. But no matter how you look at this, this cop was arrested almost immediately, and his partner is going to have to testify against him. Yeah, the video shouldn't be public, Princess Diana Royal, but if we don't make this public and we don't let people know what's happening, then it's I think that it's made public, and I want to share this to bring awareness to everybody. I think she needs justice, and it's blurred out. So,
All right, go and get that down. Get sit down, buckles out of the way.
In the kitchen right
You
now.
guys grab a backboard.
Yep. Stay with him. I got it. Do it now.
Yeah, it's good. That would be nice. She's still having no breathing though. We'll get her on the backboard, get her in the bag, get her. Please try not to move this bag.
Try to move that bag. Check. One more, I got some.
Try to hold that bag. Yep.
It's in here. Got your notes and you got one there.
Have move this bucket behind you.
Yeah, you're fine. I can't feel an exit wound. I'm not sure. I haven't seen one either.
Okay. Don't move that bag. Okay.
Do we know what caliber weapon she shot with?
and the reason I'm playing the whole thing, folks, is because I need you to see that this was put into evidence. This is what they're using as evidence. We saw in the beginning, this is the body cam that they're using to show what he did and why he was arrested and for court. We played all at the beginning. And then even before we did the body cam, I explained to you who this person was and the circumstances from the perspective of the media and with articles and the news. So you can, of course, and your opinions matter, but I think since the video was released, I think that it should be shown and where awareness should be brought.
What's 9 mil?
Okay. All right, back forward, let's go.
What are you trying to grab? Or do you want to go down there there? I would say we just need to grab her, bring her up over the blood. Yeah.
Do you need me out of your way?
Yeah, I'll just go ahead and take what you got there, man.
Hey, County, do we have any idea who she is?
We were trying to ID her.
I think her name is Sandra. They were out there earlier.
I was a caller.
What's the chances you could go over and check with somebody in the state?
Yeah, I had that same question to Amy, and the other officer didn't do anything wrong. He actually is going to have to testify against this officer. He did not get arrested or anything because he didn't do that. And the classic one, absolutely want justice for Sonya Massey and anybody that this happens to.
How are you, sir? What happened? It's a
So it doesn't make sense a little bit. It's because it says that that officer didn't have his body cam on, but I keep seeing the tattoo. So I can't tell if this is his partner or him that is breathing hard like that. I'm trying to figure that out. If somebody can tell me this. And Deborah, yeah, if you can't do this, don't do this. Get out of here. We'll see you for the next one. We appreciate you being here, but we have to see what he says at the end and keep going, and we'll figure out who it is. Have a good night, Deborah. It's the partner. So the partner's the one that had the body cam on, and he's cleaning up and breathing real hard. Thank you. Okay.
Really need anything? I'm good. Okay. You doing all right? Yeah, I'm all right. All right. Thanks, so. Absolutely. Fuck, man. Fuck.
You hear that?
I'm at my car. Man. What's up, man? You good? Yeah. All right. All right. What's this? All right, turn that off.
Okay, body worn camera 2. And it's not a whole bunch longer, but so this does have the other version. Apparently, it's the number 2 one. So if the person that was asking about this knows, then we're still here. If the one that asked, here you go. We've got another like 8 minutes of this. Oh man, did you see that? Fuck. I don't know what happened to volume, but there's no volume on this, but it's body cam 2. Hold on. You know what? I'm sorry, but if you guys don't want to watch this, you can hop off. This is body cam 2, and it's got 8 more minutes at 1.25 speed. So I understand if you can't watch body cam 2. I get it. You can see it from a different perspective. Wow. And it doesn't have sound on this one. Damn. It looked to me like she was crouching, what Davey said, like after he pulled his gun out. There it goes.
I was on. I'm gonna go get my kid. No, headshot, dude. She's done. You can go get it, but that's a headshot.
All right, let me clear this up for you folks. All right, you guys are confused about the tattoos. They both have tattoos. The partner has the tattoo that's round with like a compass or something. And yeah, I can slow it down, sure. No problem. It's not that fast. It just people don't want to watch it, and then people do want to watch it. So let me go back. I'm gonna go back one more time to body cam 2. There's no sound at the beginning. Let's play it so you can see it. And you can see that, in my opinion, she was crouching with the water pot. And once she got shot, of course, it went all over the floor. Even if she threw it, this was over. This was an overkill, literally, in my opinion. And it's not just my opinion, because he's arrested. He's in jail. Look at it's an overshot. Watch. Look at. She did this with the pot and then dropped down. That was when she said sorry, and then he shot her. Yeah. So this is I hope you're not confused now. They both have tattoos, just different tattoos.
I was on. I'm gonna go get my kid. No, headshot, dude. She's done. You can go get it, but that's a headshot. God damn it. God, fuck. Dude, I'm not taking fucking boiling water to the fucking head. And look, it fucking came right to our feet, too. God damn it. God damn it. You good? I'm good. You good? Yeah, I'm good. Holstered up. Let her fucking just... There's nothing we can do, man. Fuck. You good? All right. Fuck. Well, I mean, you know, what else do we do? I'm not taking hot boiling water to the fucking face, and it already reached us. They got a 52 in route? Yeah, 1078. They're 18, she's still breathing, but she's losing a lot of blood from the head. I'll go get my med kit. I mean, I mean, there's not much we can do. Fuck!
Listen. Okay, I'm going to try to clear this up for you folks now that I understand. I didn't know that there was even a body cam 2 on this. I did not watch the whole entire 36 minutes I just came across this case 2 days ago, and my mods helped me put together a show today. So this first body cam was the partner, okay, and the second one, he didn't have the volume on. This is the actual shooter. All right. Now he did say like she's already dead. You don't need to do anything. But also, yeah, guess what? Sunshine, you're right. Dude, you're done. He's a liar. And he was arrested days later with this video. They used this video to indict him as part of their to get a conviction. All right. So this is evidence right here that they released to the public.
318, do we got any call history with her being 1096? I'll explain why. Negative. She's in the kitchen.
All right. So a lot of people are wondering, and I know it's getting heated in here. So please, it is very heartbreaking, and she's still breathing. They did nothing to save her. It was a shot to the eye, and the guy the partner wanted to save her, wanted to do something. And the shooter said, it's a headshot. She's done. Please be kind to each other. Even if we don't agree with our opinions, just don't talk to each other if you don't agree. I really want justice for Sonya Massey and her family and other people that have come across this type of thing. I want you to know that when we got carjacked, the police in Oakland weren't very nice to us either. They left us in the middle of Oakland, in the middle of the street, and it was starting to get dark, and we didn't have a cell phone. It was back then when the cell phone it was a brick. It wasn't there. They didn't have Ubers back then, and they weren't being very nice to us. They treated us like criminals after we got carjacked. Okay, so I don't think this is anything new. I think police have to do what they have to do, and many times, and no, they're not peace officers, but I'm just asking for humanity, and I feel like that didn't help. A 1096 is a mental subject, so he's trying to figure out if she was mentally crazy. He's trying to do anything he can to get out of this right now. All right. Yeah, we got treated like criminals. They left us in the middle of the street. We were all the way in Oakland. I live in San Jose. They weren't nice to us. We asked them if they'd give us a ride. They said, we don't give people rides. We're not a taxi service. We didn't do anything. We got carjacked.
Just Sergeant, no, let's just chill out here. Just Sarge right now.
Are you guys secure?
Yeah, we're secure.
Back covered?
No, it's just her in the house. She's 1096. So, is there anything you think we can do for her? All right. I'm not even going to waste my med stuff then. You want to run down real quick?
Nope, not yet.
All right. House is clear. She was the only one.
Where's he going?
No, she had a boiling water and came at me with boiling water.
You shot her?
Yeah. She said she was going to rebuke me in the name of Jesus and came at me with boiling water. That's what all this is. I was standing right here.
All right.
And that's where she's landed.
What do y'all need from us?
Just nothing right now. Just hang out there for me. Thank you.
I need
So obviously the person talking is the shooter, folks, and we're seeing it from that perspective. POs are not peace officers. It's bullshit. It's an excuse, right? Yeah. I mean, I was referring to somebody in chat that said that. And how I got home was the people that carjacked us ended up just ripping the car apart, taking out what they could and dumping it and throwing the keys. So we ended up getting the car back that day. After we tried to figure out what to do, the cops called the owner of the car and said they found the car and the keys. and we had to walk to where we needed to go, and then we went and got the car. So that's what happens. And yeah, waste your tax dollars, absolutely. Teresa says, Sarah, I was thinking the same thing. Simple talisman and actual Norse runes. Yeah, we can get in. There's so many things that we can get into. All right, hi Krista.
Around the house if you guys can. But other than that, that's I think it. Anything else suspect?
Me.
Oh,
I didn't know I happened.
Wait, did you hear that, folks? They said they got any suspects, and he said me. And yeah, we keep hearing him orchestrating his version of a new version, but he just said that. He literally just said that.
Yeah, I'm good. This fucking bitch is crazy.
Did you hear that? All right, so this is the part that everyone was talking about. I'm going to play this real quick. He calls her a fucking bitch. He said this fucking bitch is crazy.
Just nothing right now. Just hang out there for me. Thank you.
I need crazy around the house if you guys can. But other than that, that's I think it. Anything else suspect?
Me. Oh, I didn't know I happened.
Anyone a suspect? Me.
Yeah, I'm good. This fucking bitch is crazy.
Who's got tape?
I think I got a roll.
They got something coming up.
You got enough? If not, I got a roll.
Yeah, I'm running across this front here. Where do you want it?
I just around the house. You guys can go inside.
Okay. Grab the bottom.
That's good. Yeah.
Take it off at the front.
Find a blue blood pressure cup.
All right. Let's cut to the garbage cans.
Yep. Send it out.
Yeah.
Where's he at?
Inside with me.
Davey, you would be a good defense attorney. So theoretically, what you're saying is something that a defense attorney would say, that he did it out of fear. Now, this officer is going to need a defense, and that's probably what his defense is going to be, is exactly what you said. He could have been overreacting out of fear. That's what we're going to hear in court, I bet. If he doesn't take a plea deal, we're going to hear something like that. Total defense attorney theories and theoretically, and I'm not saying it's bad because we have to have defense attorneys, but in my opinion, I guess I just see it differently. And how many cops are there? I don't know. There's over a dozen cops there now. All right. And he got arrested 11 days later.
He's good. Yeah.
That's my fault, man. I didn't know.
No, dude, it's good. It fucking happened so goddamn quick that we didn't have time to fucking call shit out that it was me. And
Yeah, that's what I
did
was
shit.
trying to figure out. Make sure we need to look for someone.
No, we're good. I think she set it up on purpose. So, this is what it is.
It is what it is, he said.
He said don't go in.
Yeah, I have fucking choice.
Try not to move that bag. We'll take her out on a backboard so you don't have to move that.
Yeah, he's good, dude. I made sure he was good. Yeah, he was here for the whole thing.
No, did he get hit?
No. We barely got missed.
Okay.
All right, so you sit down and get the shit out.
I'll holler at him later.
Hey guys, grab the backboard. We're quiet on this one.
I'm gonna chill in my car. I'm gonna chill in my car for a minute. Okay. Thank you. I got it. It's in my car. Put my car. Camera off. Camera's off.
All right. So there we go. Oh wow, had that. That was funny. All right, how do I get this off? What just happened here? Stop. All right, hold on. Something's playing in my background here. It just went to the other version. All right. All right, folks. So you guys saw what you saw. Just put her down, Reese. I'm in the. Okay. Let me see if I can. So you guys, what a monster! Absolutely. If you didn't catch this, if you didn't see this before, I can play this clip of him being reprimanded. It's real quick. There's a lot of people that have different opinions. I think we have an overall opinion of the same, that he's a monster. However, if you missed this, I kind of want you to hear him being reprimanded. Hold on. So new audio reveals ex-deputy Sean Grayson had been reprimanded. And I got this at a 2-minute clip so you guys can know. Actually, here's a good one. Here's actually a good one that I didn't play. Let's play this together so you can see who this guy is and what he's been reprimanded before. It's not like we're actually over it. We're arguing over a pot of water. It's kind of what this guy is and who he is and what he does is what it seems to me, but I could be wrong. It's just my opinion, and we'll see when it goes to court.
Justice and a Springfield church will host a community healing and listening session, giving friends and neighbors a chance to mourn the loss of Sonya Massey.
The Springfield mother was shot to death by a now fired sheriff's deputy after she called 911 for help. Meanwhile, our Dave Savini has uncovered new details about that officer's past. And Dave, there are serious questions about why he was hired multiple times.
Erica and Joe, CBS News has uncovered notes from one of Grayson's former police chiefs during a reference check for his next police job. It was a warning of the trouble Grayson had already caused. And it doesn't stop there. Another supervisor said he failed to obey orders, especially during the high-speed chase you're about to see.
The red flags and warning signs were there prior to Deputy Grayson firing those fatal shots into Sonya Massey.
I'm trying to get help.
A woman home alone who called police for help over a possible intruder, but instead ended up with Deputy Sean Grayson.
Do what?
Grayson, who's now charged with her murder, had a troubled career that began with a stint in the Army, a discharge for misconduct, then followed by more accusations of misconduct.
We checked your front yard.
During his time in law enforcement, described as having trouble obeying orders.
We're at the end of 2nd Street. She's taking that right.
Like with what happened here at his 5th police job when he refused an order by a superior at the Logan County Sheriff's Department to terminate a high-speed chase over a traffic infraction, his speed at times reaching 110 miles per hour.
Are you pursuing? I'm about to terminate. She's flying up 121 right now.
But Grayson didn't stop. He did, however, turn off his lights and siren, but kept going anyways until he hit a deer.
Well, I'll definitely be terminated because a buck just smacked the side of my driver's side door.
Did you violate a direct order from a supervisor about termination?
Yes, I did.
Grayson was questioned by a deputy chief and other top staff after that crash in Logan County.
Do you agree, before we conclude this, that there's a mountain of policy violations that you committed? 7 months on, how are you still employed by us?
I don't know.
Yet he continued to get a pass over and over again. Even during the Logan County hiring process of Grayson, there were warning signs from another past employer, the Auburn, Illinois Police Department, where he worked in 2022. CBS News obtained these notes from a discussion between the Auburn chief and a representative from Logan County, where Grayson had applied for a new job. It states the Auburn chief said Grayson struggles with report writing, that he was very aggressive with getting drugs. The chief expressed concern that Grayson was too aggressive and that Grayson posted his drug arrests on Facebook. And the chief called him a bragger and was not great with evidence, left items laying around office.
The entire thing makes me sick.
Sangamon County board member Mark Ayers is on the jail committee that authorizes the hiring of new sheriff deputies. He says he was never informed of any negative notes about Grayson prior to hire, and his background was not shared with the committee.
I would never bring on someone that had that troubled past or that record.
As we have been reporting, Grayson worked for 6 police agencies since 2020, ending with Sangamon County, where he was entrusted to help residents in need like Sonya Massey. Board members Ayers said he wants changes in the hiring and screening process, along with a background review of all current sheriff deputies. Eric and Joe, there's going to be a lot of...
All right, did you hear what he was hired for? He was actually hired to help people like Sonya Massey and things that happen like that. So, hey girl, what's up, Ashlyn? So, I didn't show a picture of Sonya and what happens, or the day. I have a Wikipedia of her. I really want to make sure I highlight who she was. A beautiful person. I see pictures. I saw some pictures of her in it looks like it was a graduation ceremony. There's so many different things that we're still going to cover. I saw that email of autopsy, another autopsy report, a better, more in-depth one. But today, I think I presented the case in a way that you would understand where we are with it. There's so many more details we can cover, and we will. There are going to be other episodes, but I do want to make sure that we know who Sonya Massey is and say a prayer for complete and utter justice. Complete utter justice as we get into who she is, and then I'll do more episodes on this because there's more to dig into here. There's a lot more content on that officer. I have almost an hour worth of content on that officer that will make you very upset. All right, let's I didn't hear about this. Yeah, this case gets to me too, Melly. That's why I did this, because when I saw it, I was like, man, I need to present this to everybody so that they can, give their opinion, see what you think. Yeah, the sheriff kind of does look like Christopher Greger a little bit. All right, let's talk about Sonya Massey. So on July 6th, this was Sonya Massey. That's when her life got taken. She's a 36-year-old black woman, was shot and killed in her home by Sean Grayson. And they say a black woman and a white deputy. So we know where they're going here. They're going to definitely go there. Everybody's going to go there, of course. When I watched the video, I just saw it as a bad officer, but they're going to go there. And justifiably so. When we heard the 911 call, we heard them saying not to have any officers that are, I don't know if they said prejudicial or what, but something to that effect. So there's Sonya. She was 36. On July 6th is when this happened, and July 17th is when Grayson was arrested. That's not what it says on here. I'm just telling you. Now, Massey, this lady, Sonya Massey, called 911 about a prowler. Grayson and the unidentified. I'm glad the deputy's not all over the news because he didn't do anything. He couldn't have stopped him. The unidentified deputy responded and found nothing after searching the vicinity. Moving inside her house, the deputies requested her ID, and Massey began searching for it. The situation escalated quickly and when Massey moved to the stove to remove a pot of boiling water, Grayson was concerned. The identified officer backed away. Massey said 2 times, I said 3, but 2 times, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. And Grayson threatened to shoot her in the face and drew his service pistol. His partner did the same, and Grayson repeatedly yelled, drop the effing pot, or he cussed, whatever. And Massey immediately apologized. Grayson then shot her 3 times, hitting her in the head and ultimately killing her. The unidentified officer stated that he was going to get her a medical kit, but Grayson urged him not to. Following the shooting, Grayson was fired from the Sangamon County Sheriff's Office and charged with 3 counts of first-degree murder, among other charges. All right, so I went over all that. I just wanted to show you who she was and what this was about. Why were they there? Because there was a prowler. She thought there was a prowler, and she was being paranoid. They called 911. You missed the 911 call, so go back to the beginning, and you'll hear the 911 calls. Anybody that missed the beginning, we're 2 hours in, and I think it's a good time to stop, because I'm just not I think longer ones people just aren't going to watch. So I think we'll break these up into segments. So she wasn't even the one that called them, Davey. The person that called them was a family member. Well, at one point it was a family member. So we listened to 911 calls. Let's go back to that. She did call them about a prowler, but then there was another caller. Actually, I think the person that called, if we watch the video again, it actually wasn't her. It was a relative that said she thinks there's a prowler and they need to get over there and make sure they're mindful of Massey and her mental illness. It was her mom. Yeah, it wasn't even her that called. This call is a change. This call is for changing the whole system. Yeah, her mom called and asked them not to be too harsh on her, be mindful. Thank you, Carolyn V. Her mother called. We heard the 911 calls in the beginning. But when you ask me a question like that, I'm like, wait, was it her? No, it wasn't her, because she wasn't talking in third person about herself. No, they called. There was a day before call that I played for you too. However, the call that I showed you was at 1:30 something in the morning, and they didn't get there until 2:43. They said two different things on there. So anyway, lots of people got to go back. If you came in here late, what's up, Maggie Duke? Her mother called. Thank you. A lot of people are coming in here now, and I don't know. That's a good question, Sarah. You know what? Was she aware that they were en route? Because it did take her a long time to get to the door. She didn't even call. So there's another reason why it might have took her so long. She didn't even know they were coming, but she did. She knew they were coming, but they came an hour later. I think she called her mom and told her mom she was scared and there was a prowler. Remember, the day before, she thought a lady was trying to throw a brick at her. So she was having problems with her mental illness. And I don't know about her kids yet. I know her kids are in teens, but we're going to continue covering this, and I'll get you more details. But we're at 2 hours and 6 minutes, and I think it's much easier to digest and break down and go through we can talk about her family, her mom calling, her dad's interview, and the corruption and what's happening in court. We'll talk about all that the next time around. But for now, I thank you all for being here today. I love each and every single one of you, and we'll continue covering this case as I see that there's interest, and there should be, because she needs complete and utter justice. And we will also cover Sarah Boone as well. That's a whole other thing. I'm getting a bunch of mixed signals on that. Some people feel bad for her. Some people are mad at her. Some people are annoyed by her. But ultimately, it doesn't matter what you feel about her. It matters what's going to happen in court. So for Sarah Boone, we'll cover. I love you guys. Have a good night. It is 3:15, 3:12 here. So I still have half a day left. Thank you, Maggie. I hope that you guys come back and continue following this case with me. And my email address is down below. I will do more episodes of this. I have 312 episodes altogether of Madeline Soto and Christopher Greger and all the other things that I do. So I will definitely continue to cover this case and get to the nitty gritty and follow up. All right. There's my email below. Don't forget to hit the like button on your way out. Some people forget to subscribe. Even though they watch my stuff over and over, you just hit that subscribe button. We'll see you later. To you, which, she's a, that's funny. And hit the like, subscribe, and comment. If you have questions, comment in the question section, and I'll cover that when I cover the next video. Love you all. Goodbye.
Guilty of crime.
I want to thank you for watching. If you enjoyed my content, please share this video, like, and subscribe. You can also follow me over at Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, X, or Gmail. If you'd like to donate to my channel, you can use Cash App or Venmo or PayPal. Thank you very much in advance. Guilty of crime.
Are you guilty?